This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi, coming to you again from Superior Bait and Tackle right here on Seguin Lane. Got a short fishing report, and I'm going to tell you what, it's a good one, the ones I talked to, but everybody right now, we watching the weather. They keep popping up. Some of them are going by. We still got one in the Gulf. Don't forget to pray. We got to watch that weather. I can't handle the weather, but I can handle my prayers. So do the same thing, and we do it. We're going to visit Chas again, because right now he's the hottest thing going on. All the captains down there in the Slidell area are catching fish. In fact, they're so busy they're not sending a whole lot of reports except, hey, we're catching fish. Sometimes we're going out twice a day. We dodging rain. So I'll say more about that on the fishing report. But my captain, Mike Brantley, he come through with some pictures and a nice report. So stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana from Superior Bait and Tackle right here in Seguin Lane in Baton Rouge.
So what are you going to do with the speckled trout? That's right. There's just no doubt about it that this is a place where food is created differently from anywhere else in the world, because it just couldn't happen anywhere else. We're a culture made up of so many different people, love of ingredients, love of cooking styles, and they all right here. At the end of the day, that's all Baton Rouge.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Here's the Specky. All right, what we're doing now, we're fishing some deep water up in the Pearl River. Got a very low river this year, and the trout have pushed up into the river and we're right in the meat of the summer. We started off this morning, and pretty much the biggest gully washer I've been in about 10 years. There's thunderstorms have been everywhere. But now that they've kind of cleared out for this afternoon, we came and took a little ride and see if we can catch some trout here in the river. This specky trout. And what I'm doing right now is I'm using a 1/2 ounce jig head because we're fishing some deep ledges off the river right now. Using a 1/2 ounce, whether you use the bullseye, the golden eye, the black platinum, doesn't really matter. But if you're fishing deep ledges and you're trying to locate the trout, you don't want to be fishing 1/4, 5/16, or 3/8. When I say deep, we're talking like 15, 18 foot. Go to that 1/2 ounce. It's going to help you really locate the fish a lot better. That way you can find them on ledges. And that's what they do in the summertime, is they're going to school up at certain choke points and such where it's a deep ledge, and they like a lot of 10 to 25 foot of water this time of year. Got this one kind of hooked in the chin a little bit. Oh, whitey. Very common to see these mixed in with the specks in the dead of the summer. This one's a little small. You start getting them around the 10 to 12 inch mark. I like keeping them. Oh, whitey, let him go. This morning we started off doing a little jack crevalle fishing over some of our favorite jack spots in the summer. Then we did a little bridge fishing, caught a nice red doing that. And then the thunderstorm of the year caught us up underneath the twin span for about an hour and a half. All that weather finally subsided, and we decided to take a ride out towards Mud Lake and the river, see what's going on out here. We've been talking to Captain Chris, has been catching some specks out this way, so give it a try. Got about an hour left of nice daylight, nice overcast. One good thing is it's not 10 million degrees right now. See if we can catch a few more trout. Eyes on. 5-pound gas top? Yeah. Let it sink too deep. Look at that. We were fishing that point right there. Looked up and there's a couple birds diving. You can kind of see them in the background here. And a popping cork works really good when you're doing this. But I like to just try to keep it high and reel it in. If you let it go to the bottom, turn around, that's a lot of times what you'll catch in the summer. Todd said he let it go too deep. He knew it as soon as he set the hook. But got 2 nice trout out the deal. See if we can get one of these shrimp to jump out the water again. See if these birds will help tell us where them fish are. As we get later and later in the summer, as you get like closer to September and you see birds in the river or Mud Lake, you can really do some damage in here. See if we can see where these birds might dive and tell us where these fish are. Here, go to the top, right here.
Oh shit! Second hit the water.
Holy cow! Throw it again. Throw it again.
Oh. Oh, man.
Oh!
You saw that? Oh my god!
It's the cane pole.
Damn, dude, chill out. Right behind Lucas. Look at that shrimp.
You guys say they're all over the place.
Oh shit, I have one right there.
What? I know, right?
I'm just cane pulling right here.
Good fish, too. How's that him? Fish on! There we go. I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. Got 3 good buddies fishing right now together, having a good time, found a good bite. Showed you guys some of the techniques that we're using, jigging deep. Like I said earlier this morning, we fished a lake, caught a red, got into the jacks a little bit. And what I wanted to showcase today was heavy jig heads in the summertime. A lot of times the fish are deep, and that's how they were today when we first started over here in the river, off a deep ledge. And then always keep your eyes peeled for birds diving, shrimp jumping in the summer. And you could do like Lucas is doing right now, and put on a popping cork when you see that, like we did. Or if you have a 1/2 ounce tied on, just simply cast it out there and just reel it high and keep it high in the water column, and they'll eat it like that also. So, hope you enjoyed this episode of Dockside TV. You want to get your hands on some bigger, we're going to be giving out a lot of jig heads in our monthly bait box here coming up, and obviously the 1/2 ounce will be in this one, as that's what we've been using all day, and this is what I highly recommend in the summertime, as you're going to be focusing on a lot of deeper water, especially if you're looking for speckled trout. Nice splash. Come on, baby. Oh, he's on there. Oh! Come on, baby. Give me some love. Here we go, right back in attack.
About to be in the zone of death.
Got him.
That was awesome.
Got him. I told y'all we were done, but I had to flip the camera back on. These trout are crushing shrimp right here. Had to tie on the Matrix mullet, which is a fantastic bait when shrimp are jumping out the water. That will definitely be in this month's bait box also. Watch this. I'm going to throw it out there. See if the camera, I'm just left of that pole. There he is. You want to catch a little bit bigger fish, and you're on some shrimp jumping out the water, birds working them like we are right now. Tie on that Matrix mullet, especially right at dusk like we are right now. They can't stand it. Can't stand it. Try to hurry up and get this off without catching a hook in my hand. Get back out there. I can hear them shrimp in the background going berserk.
He just ate the cork.
They eating Lucas's cork. Tell me when to start working.
Go. Go.
Right? I'm going straight for that stroke.
Go.
Ooh. You got it, baby. You got it. Top water trout. Oh, just missed it. All right, we're coming back out there. Let's see, where are we throwing? Jump shrimp. Where you need me to throw?
Right here, close.
Right here we go. Right here, close. Right here, close. That is what you call a speckled trout smack, baby. The absolute #1 most entertaining thing to do in all of Louisiana is what you're seeing right now. And that's catching speckled trout on topwater. Put him in the boat. Oh, here we go. Just saw another smack. Left in the pole. There goes the lure out. Smack. Come on, baby. Smack. Fish on. It don't get any better than this. That's the Matrix mullet, baby.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
That's right. There's just no doubt about it that this is a place where food is created differently from anywhere else in the world because it just couldn't happen anywhere else. We're a culture made up of so many different people, love of ingredients, love of cooking styles, and they all right here. At the end of the day, that's all Baton Rouge.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Paradise, Louisiana, our tournament and rodeo report. Well, to find out wherever the rodeos are, where the banquets are all coming up, DU's got them coming up in Livingston Parish, the CCA has got them coming up. So we'll probably bring Rad on and talk more about what's happening right after Labor Day. So, and what's the final total. So just stay tuned, but go on their website and check out all of your banquets and stuff you want to be going to at that time of year. The Junior Southwest Bassmasters, my favorites, been going on between Joe Macalusa and myself. We fell in love with these kids, and the people that are running, the bros, they do just a tremendous job, and they're out there. The kids and the parents and the chaperones. So they were Junior West Bassmasters were at Bell River, and the Chapelot Spillway, there was Dry Runs Landing, and this is what they come up with. It was a tough day, it was overcast, but these kids, they still catch fish. First place, 15 to 18-year-old, Caleb Roblin, 8.4 pounds. Second place, Cage Collins, 6.05. Third place, Grayson Brofields. They didn't give me the weight, but Big Bass was Grayson Bromfields with 2.37. 11 to 15, Eli Shockley with 6.98. Second was Ethan LeBlanc with 6.92. Very close. Third was Reed Matthews, and Big Bass was Grant Bruyette, 3.61. 7 to 10 years old, Lane LeRae with 6.5. Second was Ryder Owens. Third was Blaine Canizera. Big Bass was Lane LeRae. The adult division, Ricky LeRae had 13.32. Second was Cody LeBlanc with 11.40. Third was Hanson Chain at 10.8. And Big Bass was Ricky LeRae, 4.24. Congratulations, guys. Thank you again to the bros. Keep them coming. Keep out there chunking, and we'll report it every week. When we come back, we got the Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
I'm Mike Fesco out of Sour Lake, Texas. I won a Nautic Star for winning big trout in the West Division. There's a bunch of these tournaments that I fish, and this is one of the special ones that they really come through with all the tackle packages, boats.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. I'm going to start off the most constant place that's been coming, and the only one I got some pictures from, Captain Mike Brantley, Fishing Fool. He's still pounding them every day. He sent me a real good picture. He's been catching them, having to work for some time on the redfish, especially because of the weather and finding some little muddy water when the showers go through. Sometimes they get a tremendous, a real rough shower, so it makes a difference. But he took Jack Horn and his son, Jack Jr., they went to Chef Montour Pass. They fished the shoreline. They were fishing different. Early in the morning, they got there, fishing the shoreline with the Matrix Green Hornet, and they were catching beautiful fish. And when the sun came up, they went to live shrimp on sliding cork, and this is the picture where they caught them. Olive Marina had a call to them and they were checking on me, and they said all their captains are working hard. Redfish are constant. They go find the redfish, they go in the marsh, the Biloxi Marsh, and a couple of them other places, and off to Mystico, they still catch them. I didn't get a bass report. That's what I've been looking for, because usually this time of year, everything slows down. They're having a hard time finding speckled trout, and they usually go in and catch those redfish and bass, and they go up in them canals. So if you watch Chaz every week, he knows where to go, what the weather's going to be. You keep checking Chaz out. He got his own website, he got his own YouTube thing, and a lot of things we get from him, we get from Chaz. And by the way, there's a lot of people that are going on YouTube now from right here in Louisiana. It wouldn't hurt to check them out. So, and if somebody told you about a show or you lose your cable vision, you can always watch us on YouTube. Now, the Hopedale area, I had some hit or miss on there. I finally got a report from Venice offshore. They catch the snapper, and they run out there catching. They got pounded a couple days, okay? But they still caught snapper. They catch the limit of snapper, and they're coming on in. And then the bass fishing had got hot there for a while. See people calling right now. We got some new baits in. You better watch it. Hear that phone ringing? Huh? Y'all got them baits in? Y'all got them topwater baits? Yeah, they look around. They all running. Look now. Hopedale, I was telling you, it's been the same thing. They're fishing redfish. They're using live shrimp when they can get them, but they also catch them on plastic. They're looking for the birds. The birds are starting to dive chasing shrimp. There's been a lot of shrimp in the area. Shrimping was open, and then a lot of people were catching shrimp with cast nets off the landing. So the birds are chasing the shrimp. The fish are chasing the shrimp. So, and it reminds me of Mike Rabelais one time. Had a lady in the boat, and they were fishing birds. I might have repeated this once before. And the lady asked Mike, said, how do fish know where the birds are? It was just the opposite. How do birds know where the fish are? But that's what you want to know, how the fish knew where the birds were. So Mike, so many times Mike had some unbelievable funny statements he'd hear. Sac-a-lait, not real good. Not real good. The ones I got, Blaine Salters told me here the same thing last week. They would go to Old River. They'd catch a few, 3, 4, 10. They're all big, but there ain't been good report from Old River. David Pistolata told me still Lake Verret, Blue Ice, jig, they're catching all of them over there. They're catching a few more, and the ones they're catching are nice. I got the same thing from Leonard Conpete. He called to check on me. Thank you, Leonard. He said he'd go anywhere right now, but go in the Lake Verret area. And then last week I had something from the moist, nothing this week. So that's the fishing report. It's not that good, or it's not that many people calling in, but I know spillway is falling. You see by the amount of fish. It's low. It's low. You got to watch where you're running. You still got to watch that. Look for that moving water on these canals. And if you got a canal, you used to catch them, and even though the water's low, for some reason, if they have a rain and that swamp is drained, go back here and fish those drains. So keep praying for the good weather. Bad weather, stay away. Thanks for Marty Campbell and Pelican for shooting his video. Chris still editing. I'm getting healthy. I got my new vehicle. Stay tuned. I'll tell you more about it. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. See you next week. God bless Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.